Hi guys, welcome to my review of Mission Impossible Season 1, Episode 5, Old Man Out, Part 2. Now this is a continuation from Part 1 in last week, where Dan and the team got entrusted with breaking out a Cardinal who was being unjustly imprisoned in a inescapable prison in Eastern Europe. I really didn't like the way that the previously on segment was edited. I mean, I'm sure in 1966 when season 1 aired for the first time, I'm sure that Mission Impossible, at least in its early days, had some viewers that came back from week to week. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a previously on segment. I'm saying that I think it was entirely too long. One other thing that I didn't like was early on in the episode, there's a scene between this corporal and the priest that the IMF has been entrusted to break out. Now, this corporal is basically coming to the Cardinal to tell the Cardinal that he's going to be executed in X amount of hours. Previously, we saw this corporal for one scene in part 1, and for some reason, I got the sense that the directors and the writers were saying, "Oh, we should really care about this guy. You know, he's doing this bad thing. You know, he's doing this bad thing. He's working with these bad people. But oh, you should feel for him." I thought that what the director and the writer of this episode were possibly trying to accomplish with that scene didn't work for me, because we only met that guy for a brief second in the first part of Old Man Out, and we really didn't get a chance to connect with him. That's why I thought that this scene with the Cardinal in his jail cell really didn't work. Another thing that I didn't like was when one of the members of Dan's Impossible Mission Force basically is dangling from her trapeze apparatus to distract the crowd as Roland escapes from the prison. Not one person in the crowd tries to go under her or tries to like get a mat or whatever to make sure that she doesn't fall to her death. I mean, good God, man! You got a young woman hanging, who knows, 15 feet from the ground, and nobody goes to help. They all just stand up there and they just watch her hang. I didn't like that scene at all, and I thought that all those extras just failed at their extra job. I did like the cat fight I did like the cat fight that Cinnamon and Crystal get into to distract that idiot guard, while Dan, Roland, and the Cardinal are trying to escape. I did like that entire sequence. And towards the end of that sequence, when Dan is trying to zip line to the ground, him having trouble with the zip line, I really thought brought some needed tension to the specific scene. With all that being said, I thought that this episode was really solid. Not as good as the lead up, the previous episode that set up all this payoff. But I thought that it was a solid first two-parter. With that in mind, I would give it a C-. Alright guys, so there you have it. There's my review of Mission Impossible Season 1, Episode 5, Old Man Out, Part 2. If you've seen this episode, in the comments below, tell me what you thought about it. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? But until next time, as I often say, I'll see you when I see you.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.